Absolutely.
Our water bill was over it was $689 for our water bill.
So
And we ended up having to pay that, and eventually Ronnie told me, this is what you do. This is how you handle it to get reimbursed. So it's amazing what he can do. I just wanted you all to know that. He's actually a friend of our neighborhood. Yes.
And there's accidents going to happen. We are going to run over a water meter or two. If it's our fault, we're more than happy to fix it. We'll make the 311 call. We'll run Brian out there to meet you out there, and we'll talk you through the process and happy results.
That's real quick. It's kind of an offshoot question, but with this new tiered pricing on the garbage pickup,
Yes, sir.
that's coming up next month, I believe.
Yes, for some of the.
How do we, or what do we do in order to change the size of our trash can? Because like the large, like most of us, I think, what I see on my street have the large. So that's going to be, you're going to be charged a surcharge.
Yes, sir.
The 64 gallon is the no charge, and the 48, the little bitty one, is you get rebates.
Yes.
So if I got the big one, what do I do to get the medium one?
Call the lady.
Call Laura Davis.
I mean, no, is that something that?
Yes, I can give you an answer for that. I can give you an answer for that. But when the organic rollout goes, we're going to start in October 2016. October.
They already have it in our neighborhood. They already have organic in our neighborhood.
Okay, now if you already have organics in the area, there's going to be a rollout come mid-September. I can't give you a definite date because I'm not too sure of it. You're going to get a packet. In that packet, you're going to have a couple of rubber bands. I'm not sure what material they're made of.
They're color-coded. They're like plastic ties. Like when
Yes.
you get in your garbage.
So what you're going to do, you're going to place that on your brown container. And with that tag, they're going to know, okay, he wants to go from the 96, he wants to go to the 64. Okay, we're going to bring him the 64. We're going to take your 96. And we're also going to drop off the green container at the same
What if I
time.
don't want a green one? I compost my own.
It's free.
Okay.
It's free.
But I do own compost.
Now, once we deliver the the green container, and you don't want it, just call.
Okay.
We'll get it picked up. Call 311,
Now,
and we'll have it picked up.
So now in the recycle bins, here's the other question. You got a bigger one than the 96?
No.
Because I feel mine's almost full every week.
Now, what you can do, you can ask for another blue container at no
Okay.
charge.
So I can say, keep the green, give me another blue.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we all get my alley service picked up, so I don't have to roll 3 cans out to the street.
Yeah.
Thanks for recycling, that's what we're looking for.
I mean, you know, see up in Kerrville, we get it every 2 weeks, and we have like overflowing. We can't even get rid of it all.
There's going to be a meeting September 21st at the Tool Yard. You guys know that place. I'm going to put down the address and stuff, but that's the Northeast Neighborhood Alliance meeting. They're going to have a whole presentation about the rollout. So that might be something you guys want to attend to get all that information.
Where is the information on this? I haven't even heard about it. Has it been in like my bill or
They
something?
No, it's been in the newspaper.
It hasn't come out yet.
They
had a huge article about it.
TV,
I don't read them.
Ken's did a story, Case did a story.
What's going to happen is this. It will start effective October 1st, but not throughout the entire city. It's going to be rolled out in phases. So it's going to start through FY16, and they hope to finish around FY17, 18, around that time, because we're talking about hundreds, thousands of households. And so what will happen when it's your turn, it's sort of being treated like bulky and brush pickup in the same way that you will need to wait until you receive your official packet or a door hanger. And then at that point in time, it's going to explain to you the selections of what the color-coded tags means. And then based on what you want, you will place the tag. If you were content to stay with the 96 and you don't really have to do anything, if you want to do a swap out, you base the color-coded tag that you want. The crews will come out and they're going to have an entire assortment of all the different sizes of containers, and they're going to go ahead and do the card exchange right then and there. The rule of thumb is going to be, because your solid waste fee, whether you're going to, whether you make a change or not, that is based on the size of your brown cart. Your green and your blue carts can never be a smaller size, a smaller size than your brown. So you can't have a 96 brown cart, your garbage cart, and a 48 green and a 48 blue. It doesn't work that way because it defeats the purpose of the program. You will get one free upgrade where there's never a charge to go from a bigger down to a smaller. But if you decide the first time you wanted to do a 48 and it doesn't work out for you, you can call us. We'll do a swap exchange. So you want to go to the 64. We do enter a card exchange. And you get the 64, it doesn't work out for you, you need to go back to the 96. At that point, you've used up your free upgrade for the 64. At that point, you will get charged to swap out for the 96. So it's going to be in phases. If you decide that you don't want any particular type of card, you can call us and we do what's called a cart removal, which means we submit the work order, solid waste will come out, they'll take the offending cart that you don't want, and it's gone. You do need to realize, though, that you may not see an immediate change in your bill, because it's collected through your CPS bill, because it's going to be determined on your billing cycle. So it might be a month or so before you actually see a change. I do know that if you're currently paying for subscription right now for Green Card Organics as a subscription service, it's $3 per month. The effective October 1st, if you currently have that, it should then become a free service. Again, though, it might take some time and on your particular billing cycle to actually see that fee removed. Thank you.
Y'all just got, or somebody just got through paving my alley and made a pretty good job of it for somebody to come and screw it up. How long does it take to get the trash pickup in the alley after they finish like this?
Once the work is completed, there's a punch list that we go and walk the alley to make sure everything that we wanted done to that alley was completed. And once that is done, it takes maybe a day or two after we get a notice. We set that up, we go walk the alley, and once we give it the okay, Brian goes with his crews, drops off the tags, and it'll be the next service day. But we still do the courtesy of going through the alley, and then we go around the block on both sides that abut that alley, just to make sure that we got everybody's trash or recycle.
Because you had a crew come through there and trimmed everything down the alley before they started working on the alley
Yes,
itself.
that's the
And
TCI.
so that's been done. Now, I haven't seen anybody come through the alley and be inspected on it, but I was curious when that might happen.
Which alley was that, sir?
Chevy Chase and Harmon.
Yes, we did go through that alley last Friday.
Did you? So
Last Friday, we walked
we're
the
gonna
alley.
get a tag.
We already went through the punch list. It was just confirmed completed to me late yesterday. So, I was planning to open it as soon as Monday's service for next Monday to begin service again. But you said that they did some digging through there? Just
Yeah, the CPS was asked about 6 months ago to remove a gas line at 119 Chevy Chase. And that, like I said, 6 months ago, and finally the city has got a subcontractor to come through there, and they took a backhoe and dug up a ditch across the alley.
okay, I'll have to tomorrow.
We'll check that out tomorrow to make sure that alley's still okay.
We should have had a rope.
Now, Mr. Berry, thank
Okay,
you for being
and what
patient.
gets me is the fact that 6 months ago, he asked for this to be done. Y'all get to come in after 4 or 5 years and did it right, and then somebody through CPS goes through there.
Now, if the repairs weren't done up to our standards,
Oh, yeah.
they're gonna have to come back in and resurface that area. Yes, sir.
Look, well, because ours has been closed for 5 years, it's badly overgrown. About 3 years ago, we did have this where we could go through and trim it out, and they had a big dump of, I mean, it's,
Dial a trailer.
I had 8
Dial
men working
trailer,
2 days
yeah.
to clean the alley, although it never got used after that. But I mean, even if you clean an alley, where would somebody put all the stuff you're taking out of it?
Now, if we do it as a neighborhood association,
Right.
we can ask for a trailer. We'll come out here, we'll place a trailer out here, maybe 2 if we need it, and that's where everything can go. But it's got to be coordinated
Right.
to where everybody in the Terrell Heights alleys here can use it.
Last time we did one block, one alley, and scheduled an out-of-cycle pickup for it, and that worked pretty well.
Right.
And we can do that as well.
What we did
Still
was,
do that.
that alley that the
summer serve students from Mount Calvary Church did this summer, one day in June. We got permission to have an out-of-cycle brush pickup, and we had permission to put them at the ends of the alley. And the owners, the homeowners whose land it was on, we went to them and asked them for permission, and they agreed. And so it made it a lot easier for us to, as we're working down the alley, to kind of, you know, put it at the ends for pickup, and then they came. We also got free tools from the tool shed, wheelbarrows and pole saws and loppers and all kinds of things. So the services are out there. You've got the services. We just need to coordinate it. Charles Highland was there. He helped us out. He got the power tools. And I'll be telling you, the power tools are the way to go, because you can get through an alley very, very quickly if you're doing it with the loppers, but we didn't want the kids to be working with the power tools. So thank you, Charles, for coming and doing that for us. But as a neighborhood, we can organize once a year, twice a year, alley sweeps. Mark has been involved in it for years. But he's absolutely right in what he says, is that it is not it's not our responsibility to clean somebody else's section. So we can start off that, but we need to find ways to enforce compliance on those individuals that are out of compliance.
But that's where code compliance needs to step up.
But we can help those individuals who, for whatever reason, they're not able to do it, elderly, disabled. We can, if people are really busy with their lives, and they can hire a tree person or a gardener or somebody to help them out. Or we can talk about having people come and then bill them. Charles and I have had this conversation, and he has the tools and he has the manpower, and he's willing to work with the block to do periodic cleanings right before the brush pickup. And this is something that we can do, but we've got to get organized. We have to have this discussion, but we also have to make it very, very clear to the homeowners and other residents and renters that it's their responsibility.
And that needs to be done first.
Yes.
If you do the other, people will depend on
No,
it.
that's right. You're right, Kathy.
And so I think it's
Yeah,
what
we've
Alex
spoiled
is
them in the
saying,
past.
Yeah.
She needs to get on the code compliance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
For us.
There's alleys that don't have trash pickup and won't for a while for whatever reason they're on the list. But there are other reasons to keep those alleys clear. Keep the fire hazards out, fix it to where maybe the big trucks can't go through there, but the cops can go through there every now and then. And
Keep loadings down.
just show the flag. And so, a couple of ways for individual homeowner brush problems to come to somebody's attention. One is, you guys pick it up, and if there were a point of contact with the neighborhood association, we could find out, all right, is this somebody who's disabled or elderly? Do we need to get me or somebody else volunteer to go take care of it? Or does the homeowner need to take care of it? Or if right now nobody's picking up trash in my alley, as a block captain, if I spot a problem, I can go through the same process. But the reason I don't do that is because we don't have the backup of code compliance coming up if somebody doesn't do it. And even, you went to the trouble one time to find out who the property owner was when there was a renter there. Nobody's going to take the trouble to do that anymore if, again, a code compliance isn't backing us up. But we can have a more direct protocol for taking care of this stuff, but the backup has to be code compliance.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, sir.
I've been here for 23 years. We've been playing the same game and not solving the problem. I've cleaned the alleys many times, some of the other guys have here too. I'm getting old and tired of doing it myself. First, we need specific information from you guys where the problems are coming to our association, so we know exactly where the problems are. You need a point of contact with us to tell us where the problems are. Then we can solve them. There's two ways to solve it. We do it ourselves, which isn't doing a very good job, or we can hire somebody to do it for the people who won't. There's a lot of guys in our neighborhood that mow yards around here. I'm sure some of them would be glad to make a little more money by cleaning some of these alleys that need them cleaned up. They have the equipment, they have the equipment, and they have, you know, whatever they need. We could hire somebody to do it for the people who won't. I'm tired of doing it myself. We got money in this neighborhood association that we can use to solve this problem if we decide we want to do it. But we're just talking a lot about it.
That's not gonna happen.
We need to decide if we want the alleys to be picked up, the trash to be picked up in the alleys or not. If we want it picked up in the alleys, we have to decide how to solve the problem. We're not solving it now. We have the money to hire people to do it if we decide to do it.
And just like I said, if we have a point of contact with the neighborhood
Yeah.
association,
Well, for right now.
that's the big step. Getting in contact with you, and then we can get in contact with the block captains, and then maybe we don't have to get the code.
Right.
We can take care of it sooner. And, because we really don't want to close your alleys.
Right, and some of it is, we don't know what is the problem with the alley. Like Tom's alley, for years been closed, we thought it was because of overgrown brush, but it was really because of this, of a wire that
Right.
was too low.
Right.
Well, had that information been sent to me or to someone on the neighborhood association board, then we could have informed that block through the block captains and given them some sort of time frame as to why it's being closed. So lines of communication have to be improved. And I think a point of contact would work. I think we've talked about, as a neighborhood association, of having a alley maintenance working committee. That does not mean that that committee does the cleaning of the alleys, but it is a group of people who have agreed to be a voice for the neighborhood, agreed to be the point of contact, who help organize once or twice a year some alley sweeps, brings in the dial trailer or the hazardous waste drop-off or whatever. That's what that committee would do. And they would be the go-between the residents and the board in terms of dealing with issues related to the alleys. We've also talked about having a traffic and safety committee, things like that. Menke Park does that. They have those different working committees. And if you're interested in that, before you leave, come see me and I'll get your information. It does not mean that you're going to be cleaning the alleys. It means that you're going to help us to come up with solutions to the problems with people who are non-compliant.
Well, is there somebody that's willing to be the contact person in
Yes.
the neighborhood?
I am putting myself out there. Once that committee group forms, then we will see if there's another person on the committee that would like to be the contact person. I am stepping down from the neighborhood association as of September. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to be involved. I'll always be involved in the community. But I want more people from the neighborhood to step up and take more active roles in the things that are going on in this neighborhood.
Right, but for the purpose of tonight.
Tonight, I will go ahead.
It feels
I will be the
like
contact
that's
person.
for future discussion and
Right.
organization, but for the purpose of this meeting, if we feel like a contact person, are you willing to do
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Thank you, because I know I'm not, and I
Yes,
appreciate that.
I'm willing to do that.
Thank you.
And it does work.
Yes.
I have just one thing I wanted to add.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I didn't know to contact the association with problems. I didn't know to do that, but right next door to me, the people moved out and the house is now under foreclosure. And so the grass has grown and the swimming pool is full of mosquitoes and whatnot. And I contacted code compliance. And it was wonderful what they did. They came out and they put these big old signs and said, you know, they contacted the owner of the property and said, you've got to get out here, you've got to cut this grass, you've got to do something with the swimming pool. And they took care of it, pretty much. And now, time has passed, and I guess I've got to call code compliance again because now they have a huge pecan tree that is just about falling down in the front yard. But I contacted code compliance. So are we then supposed to go through first the association and say we have these issues?
No.
Or do I continue with code compliance, or what do you all want to do?
Call it in directly, and then you can mention it to your neighborhood association after that, after the fact. I mean, for this alley thing, we're gonna try to do the whole working with, but for your code compliance issues beyond alley, I think right now you need to call it in through one directly.
But they did clean up.
Awesome.
At that particular time, that time
That's
lapsed,
good.
so I guess you have to see how.
Yeah, and it's hard for that.
So we just moved here, so we don't even know about the neighborhood association. How do we contact the neighborhood association or get involved or
Okay.
things like that?
We'll exchange email addresses, and I'll make sure you get the information about it.
There's a little bit
Welcome to the
of
neighborhood.
a reorganization going on right now, so.
Get her hooked up on next
Yeah,
door.
if
Get her
any of
hooked
you
up on
want to
next
be
door.
part of the neighborhood association, we have some positions opening, and it's not a ton of work, Mark. You just
No.
gotta, it's a great group of people, and
Worth doing, it's just.
it's a one-year commitment from September to September. And we meet sometimes monthly, not in the summer. We have meetings 4 times a year with our block captains that are open to the public, usually at Earl Abel's. There isn't a whole lot going on. Luckily, we're not faced with a lot of development issues right now. So if you're interested, again, see me, and we'll talk about that.
In September?
Huh?
You know, when the meeting will be?
Our annual meeting will be September 28th. It'll be here in Mount Calvary, but it'll be in the gym, in the fellowship hall across the way. And it's usually 7 o'clock, right, Mark? Yeah. So you'll be getting a newsletter about that
Okay.
in the upcoming weeks.
And if I can't come to that one, but I would like to be involved,
Then-
that's my due date, so.
Absolutely.
Oh, heck.
Oh, I should let you know, we have an awesome moms club working in this neighborhood. So I need to talk to you about that, too.
We'll let you invest there.
Okay.
So we'll talk before the meeting's over. If there aren't any other questions, if you have questions that were not answered, or concerns, or recommendations, please put them on the cards and get them to me, because I'll be looking through them and see how we can, get them to the right people and get this going. Because people, I want to see those alleys open. I want to see us have trash pickup through our alleys, and I know we can do it. We just have to get to it. And I'm sure I'm talking to the choir here. I'm sure every single one of you, because you're here at this meeting, does take care of your alley portions. But we've got to find a way to get to those people who don't.
And if you're kind of looking for an idea of what we're looking for as far as our alley, as far as what we're looking for is the cleanup, if you go through the Harmon Chevy Chase alley, the one that they had just redone, PCI went in there, and since they were doing the work in there, they went ahead and trimmed it for the people there as well, since they were doing the work. And for the most part, the alleys that they're fixing, they're going through and trimming first. So if you want to take a look at that alley, just kind of look at it and see how it's cut. That'll kind of give you an idea of what we're looking for, the kind of space that we need to make sure that we can keep the alleys open consistently and continue to provide the best service that we can.
Is that the ones in the pictures here? Alley in compliance?
No.
No, okay.
I can take some pictures. I put some pictures on next door. I can walk down that alley and take pictures and
I
post
swear
it.
that's ours. I thought we have the only flat concrete.
Really?
It's very frustrating because I'm looking at our alley and it says utility repair, surface repair, overgrown vegetation. And I've talked to Brian and he's, they're very nice and fantastic. But the reason the alley was closed is we had a big water leak and the salts came in and messed it up. And 3 years later, it's still closed. And it's surface repair. We can't do that. Utility repair. We can't do that. So y'all
Right,
Oh,
well,
have to.
the hackberries are working, the birds sit on the tree,
Richard.
the fence, they pull the tree, you know, you got one tree growing out of it.
And that's a big mess.
Stick that in the mailbox of the yellow house.
Between that.
I will.
Just to kind of get updates on where we're at, and I did see that sausage actually.
I was gonna say, we don't need to do anything there. Yeah, but even when
He has a very good question.
past, it's too hot and stuff.
Don't forget.
Get everybody out there, I mean, like he said, I'm too old to get up there. I work all day in the sun, in the heat, but it's still, I'm working at a slower pace, and I'm not gonna kill myself.
I'm not gonna get out there and do it again.
I don't want to.
I mean, right now, I mean, life is good because I'm not working that much because we're doing a model change. Well, within a month, I'll be right back into 55, 60-hour weeks. With my rotating schedule, I barely have enough time to take care of my own house.
Well, and the thing is, this is more than anything is, you know, I've used my chainsaws, my chains, talk about that tool, that's garbage.
Yeah.
All they've got is dough and usually.
Do they have chainsaws in there? Or is it all hand tools?
Yeah, and it's not worth doing it there.
Why not chainsaw sharpness?
Don't let it, don't let it go.
Right.
Don't get yourself out there just because you think, oh,
So I still say, CPS doesn't want us up in those power lines.
I can barely get up there with my pulse.
Like I said, CPS does not want us up there in those power lines.
I'm talking about that, just going up to their side.
15 foot goes to the bottom line, and your line comes down.
I put a platform on my truck.
There's people that do that for a living.
Right. But why should we waste our money because people are lazy?
That's not gonna work. That's why.
It's the old, if you want it done, you gotta do it yourself. If you want it done right, you gotta do it yourself,
I
basically.
can't even guess in here for hours.